Google just dropped NotebookLM 2.0, and I don't think most people understand what just happened. This isn't a feature update, this isn't a brand new model. This is Google quietly building a tool that does everything ChatGPT does and giving it away completely for free. And the part that should really worry OpenAI is that NotebookLM doesn't just match ChatGPT now. It does things that ChatGPT literally can't. It can build editable PowerPoint decks for you and Excel models with real formulas. And it analyzes your data with a secure cloud computer on the back end. It also runs on Gemini 3.5, Google's most advanced reasoning model. And the best part, it does this all with your data, your research, your citations to limit any sort of AI hallucination. In this video, I'm going to go over exactly what changed, what ChatGPT users should pay attention to, and how you can capitalize on this shift. Let me catch you up on what just dropped in the last few days. NotebookLM has quietly been building towards this update over the last 2 years. What started as chat with your PDFs turned into an audio overview, then video overviews, deep research, 1 million token context windows, and cinematic video generation. But this update is completely different. NotebookLM added 5 things all at once that completely change what this tool is capable of. 1, it's running on Gemini 3.5, Google's fastest reasoning model. It's more accurate, it's quicker, and you can see the thought process running live. 2, every notebook has a secure cloud computer built in. That means it can run code, look at your sources, and deeper analysis in ways that the older model just couldn't. 3, it can create downloadable files directly in the chat. PowerPoint, Excel, PDFs, docs, charts, whatever you could possibly need. 4, it can proactively create sources based on what's already in your files. There's no need for manually searching through your entire notebook anymore. 5, and this is the one nobody's talking about, the entire mental model shifted. NotebookLM is no longer just used for analyzing external sources. It's now built to analyze your own data and build you ways to look at it visually. So the question isn't, is this a good update? That answer is obvious. The real question is, why pay ChatGPT or any other AI you're using $20 to $50 a month when all of this is available completely free? Well, first, I need to show you why ChatGPT is in trouble. You can now ask NotebookLM to build you literally anything. PowerPoint, Excel sheet, everything I already spoke about. And it's not the same static garbage that a lot of other AIs produce. When ChatGPT creates a PowerPoint or an infographic, it tends to be a bit basic. It's not really editable, the formatting breaks, and you can spend up to an hour fixing it before it's ready to go. NotebookLM 2.0 builds you actual PowerPoint slides you can download and edit yourself. And it looks like any real pitch deck. So you can change the colors, you can change fonts, text, add images, anything you want. You have complete creative liberty to edit it as you please. And it's the same with Excel. Upload your sales data, ask for projections, and NotebookLM is going to give you an Excel file with real formulas so you can understand where the thought process is coming from. Here's the workflow I use that kind of blew me away when I first tried it, and I'm going to put it up on screen so you guys can follow along. I uploaded 2 sets of data, ad spend from campaigns and revenues from the same period, and then I asked it to compare them. It analyzed both files, broke down all the data, highlighted which campaign was performing the best, and then asked me if I wanted it visualized. Yes, of course I wanted it visualized. A few minutes later, it gave me a clean PNG breaking down every single category I was looking at, which were driving revenue, which were dead money, and where I could be optimizing even further. And that was completely for free. I just had to give my email. On the contrary, other AI models can't do this. Not at this level, not at this quality, and definitely not for free. And we haven't gotten to the one part that actually matters the most. The old NotebookLM was built around one promise: upload other people's information and get it analyzed for yourself. NotebookLM 2.0 flipped that completely. Now you can build notebooks grounded in your own data, your sales numbers, your workout logs, your client notes, your business metrics, your personal products, literally anything you need to analyze. And because it's grounded in only looking at what you give it, it no longer hallucinates. Let me give you a real example. I built a notebook called Workout Tracker. Every week, I log how many pull-ups I can do, how many hours I slept, and what my training schedule looked like. This was just raw data from my phone. Then I asked NotebookLM to chart my pull-up progress compared to my training schedule. It built a chart that clearly showed the weeks I was training consistently, how my pull-ups looked, and how I was resting. Weeks when I traveled and I was sleeping poorly, my reps dropped. Now this is a very simple example, but let's say you're someone who's very big into health and fitness and you decide to use a Whoop. You can upload your raw Whoop data or whatever tracker you're using into NotebookLM and get an analysis on where you're peaking and where you're dropping. This can also be transferred over into a business. You can look at your ad spend and your revenue or any other metrics you want to identify. This isn't just a random chatbot, it's an analyst working for you completely for free. And I think it completely changes the way we can approach analyzing our data. And sure, ChatGPT can do a version of this, but its memory can be a little bit inconsistent across sessions. Notion is also able to perform general tracking, but it lacks that critical thinking that I find super helpful with NotebookLM. And the Gemini 3.5 integration now shows you the clean thinking process, so you understand where the ideas are coming from and the data backing it up. This is what ChatGPT users need ChatGPT for, but I honestly think NotebookLM 2.0 just does it better now. But there is one more thing that makes this update completely different. The new way that NotebookLM thinks about data and answers your questions is Agentic. I went ahead and literally asked NotebookLM, what am I missing here? It analyzed everything that was inside my notes about opening up my own personal gym. It identified gaps in my knowledge and gaps in my strategy and suggested where I look to fill those gaps with other sources. So for this notebook, I added some general information about how business operations work, what niche I was looking to get into, and what area I wanted to be in. Then I asked NotebookLM, based on everything we discussed, what topics or strategies am I missing out on? It came back with specific gaps, local demographics, niches I need to target, a whole bunch of things that honestly shocked me. And then afterwards, it asked if I wanted it to research any of those gaps. Of course, I said yes. It went ahead and researched the topic, figured out the gap I was missing, provided that information, and then asked me if I wanted that imported into my notebook. So my notebook isn't just static based on the information I currently have, it's constantly growing through NotebookLM's additions. This is what a lot of other people thought their AI was going to become, but without a persistent notebook process, it's just not going to get there. NotebookLM 2.0 has already arrived. Now, I want to be straight with you about something. ChatGPT isn't dead in a literal sense. I still utilize the tool and it's still super successful in specific workflows. But if you're someone looking to research more effectively, analyze data, and save money, I think NotebookLM 2.0 is one of the best AI agents to drop in the past few months. And the kicker is that NotebookLM 2.0 is built into the Google ecosystem. Google AI Pro is $20 a month, but everything I showed you in this video is completely free inside NotebookLM. ChatGPT Plus is also $20 a month, but I think it offers less functionality if you're doing serious work. And the people who figure this out sooner and start applying it now are going to get an unfair advantage like always. Now, I hope you guys like the new format here where I'm showing more of the evidence behind what I'm building. I want to make sure you guys can trust in me to give you the latest information on AI. I also made a video breaking down Claude, Perplexity, and NotebookLM as a personal AI stack. So if you're interested in learning how those three tools function together, click on this video here. And if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.